My name is JD Bradley, and I've had a hell of a life that's given me a unique perspective and crazy stories that I share here. If you're a lower enlisted man in the military and you're married, odds are, by my best estimation, there's a 90% chance that your wife is going to cheat on you over and over and over with different guys. This is for a number of reasons. For one thing, you're in the field all the time, or gone at sea, whatever, depending on your branch of the military, and she's young and horny and in her sexual prime, and also surrounded by thousands and thousands of horny dudes that are hitting on her all the time, and it overwhelms her. I was one of those thousands and thousands of guys, and I was stationed in Germany. The thing about being stationed in Germany is, as much as I love it, most German women don't want anything to do with American soldiers. So there's a pussy supply shortage. But there's all kinds of horny wives who would cheat on their husbands, and so I started sleeping with married women. I'm not proud of this. This is just what it is. Basically, my reasoning was, if she's going to be doing it with somebody, it may as well be me. There's already a disease. I'm just a symptom. But anyway, one of the women that I was sleeping with was a lieutenant's wife. Her name was Liz, and she was, oh my God, she was beautiful. I met her in a night class, and we started talking, and I was flirting with her. Flirted with her a lot, real hard, but nothing ever happened. Then I ended up with her in another class later on, same thing, but this time she started confiding to me that she's really unhappy with her husband. And of course, I moved on that, and we started fucking. And we fucked a lot. She's beautiful, and I was extremely happy. Plus, she's just I don't know, man. To this day, I'm more attracted to her than any other woman in my life, and I haven't seen her in 30-something years. But anyway, being young and not thinking things through, and of course, we were messing around when he was in the field primarily. We were seen all over the place. The military community is pretty small, so it didn't take very long to get back to him. And sleeping with an officer's wife is punishable by hard labor at a military prison. And that's pretty much the last thing in the world you or anybody else wants to do. I wasn't interested in that, but I also didn't think things through. That being said, I had a first sergeant and a company commander that both hated me. And I was down in the motor pool one day, and I was working on something, I can't remember what. But anyway, the CQ, that's the charge of quarters. It's this guy that has to stay up 24 hours in a row and answer the phone, and everybody had to take a turn, including myself, on a rotating basis. The CQ showed up. He said, "Bradley, you need to get your ass up to the CO's office. You're fucked." And I said, "What's going on?" He said, "You're fucked." I said, "You want to tell me?" He's like, "You're fucked." And he takes off running back to the phones that he had to man. So I'm like, well, shit. Sounds like I might be fucked. So I walked up to the CO's office, and they thought they were hardcore. They had the office on the 4th floor, so they had to walk up and down 4 stairs of flights of stairs every time that they went to their office. So I get up there, and I walk in, and you have to go through this whole fucking bullshit thing. You knock. I see the CO, and I said, "Private Bradley, request permission to enter." And he says, "Enter." And I walk in, and who's there but her husband? And of course, it's the first sergeant. And I'm like, well, shit, this is no good. They already had the paperwork written up to send me to fucking do hard time in a military prison. In the United States, it's, of course, Fort Leavenworth. I can't quite remember the one in Germany. But anyway, I'm sure you could look it up. So anyway, the first sergeant's doing the reading because he was the one that really hated me. He says, hey, Bradley. He says, "You've been sleeping with the lieutenant's wife." He said, "What do you have to say for yourself?" I said, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." He said, "Bradley, goddammit." He said, "You've been seen all over town with this man's wife, and he came home from the field early this morning. He saw you leave his apartment. He saw it with his own eyes. So what are you going to say?" And I said, I thought about it, and I said, "That wasn't me." And you should have seen the look on his face. He never saw that coming. He said, "What?" I said, "That wasn't me." He said, "Bullshit, Bradley. He fucking saw you." I said, "You know what? I believe he saw somebody that looked like me. That's for damn sure, but he didn't see me." And they all three proceeded to yell at me and ask me questions, but no matter what they said, I just kept saying, "Wasn't me, wasn't me, wasn't me, wasn't me." And then finally, they gave up. And the first started screaming, "Bradley, goddammit, take your fucking ass back to work." So I pretty much got away with it. And then I ended up talking to Liz, and I was like, hey, we're going to have to go really, really low profile. And we continued to mess around until I left Germany. But anyway, that's one of the married women that I used to sleep with, and I wouldn't do that these days. I have much more of a conscience and a stronger moral code. But that's just a sad reality of being lower enlisted in the military. If you're married, your wife's going to cheat on you with somebody like me. If you found this episode interesting, be sure to like and subscribe and share on your social media. And what would really be great is if you were to forward it to 3 of your friends that you think might find it interesting. Until next time, my friends, have a great day.